Welcome to Lawyers Who Care, the video show podcast that highlights attorneys who will go above and beyond for their clients. On each episode, we will meet a new lawyer and they will share stories of when they went above and beyond their legal counsel for the benefit of their client. My name is Andrew Samalin. I'm the principal of Samalin Wealth, a nationally recognized wealth management firm for lawyers, law firms, and their clients. So let's applaud lawyers who care and learn from them. I'd like to welcome Lillie Nkenchor. She is a trust and estates and business planning attorney from Brooklyn, New York. Welcome, Lillie.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for inviting me. I love being here.
Terrific. So, Lillie, a little background. Tell us about your law firm and tell us about how you came into the profession.
Well, I've been an estate and business planning attorney for approximately 14 years, and I've always done it in a financial services setting. So it was this interesting hybrid between estate and business planning and also business consultant. So I had to know about various financial instruments, the market, investment, insurance, long-term care, disability. So it was really a cool hybrid because I got to provide more holistic advice to our clients. But there were also certain things that I was not able to do. And I decided to create my own law firm about 2 years ago so that I could really get into the drafting of the documents, having one-on-one relationships with the clients, and being able to serve a wider population, not just the ultra high net worth that I typically worked with in the financial company.
So that 360-degree view is an interesting and unique, practice area.
Yeah.
How do you get good at all of that? I notice you're an attorney, but you also have your LL.M.
Yes.
How do you stay on top of it?
Well, that's a great question. I'm staying on top of it because I'm focusing just on estate and business planning, and I'm focusing on people within a certain income and asset class range. I feel like if you really want to deal with someone who was worth $100 million or more, or $50 million or more, that's a whole different muscle that you have to exercise. So I think the key to being good at what you're doing is focus on an area. It doesn't mean you have blinders to the other areas because other things can come in and help you be stronger. But in terms of how I'm able to do it, I know these areas well, and I stay in those areas and I stay within that particular socioeconomic background.
That's great. And I'm assuming you handle clients other than $50 and $100 million.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So I'm helping anyone who says that they need the help, they want the help, they understand why the help is helpful, and they're able to pay our fees. Other than that, I'm not looking at whether or not you have $3 million worth of investable assets, because that's not the main focus of estate planning. The main focus of estate planning is caring for your people and caring for your assets. If you care about your people and you care about your assets, then estate planning is for you, regardless of the value of those assets.
That's totally a great commentary on why it's needed. So before our just telling everyone what happened prior to this podcast starting, we were talking about a couple of experiences and cases that you had, and you mentioned one where someone was in extremely poor health. Can you share that story with everybody?
Yes, we have, I'm licensed in New York, New Jersey, and DC, but this is a New Jersey client who came to me and said, my mom is really ill. We are going to bring her to hospice in the next couple of days. And we have spoken about estate planning over the past year or two, but we never did anything. Now we really have to do it because mom is not doing well. Still has her faculties, can sign, can read, can understand, but we need to do this. Can you help us? I mean, as you know, Andrew, anytime someone comes to you, it's not like you're just hanging out at the beach. You already have stuff going on your table. So I wanted to help, but it meant putting some other things aside, talking to some other clients and saying, listen, can I get to you next week because this emergency has come up? And my clients are very gracious. So I stopped what I was doing. I moved everything around, moved very quickly to get this will and this trust to this woman who was essentially dying. Printed it, notarized it, sent it to the house, went over there to help everyone sign it and make sure it was signed properly. And 36 hours later, mom passes away. The children come back to me and thank me profusely for moving so quickly to help them get this estate plan, because there are some uncomfortable family dynamics, and having the legal documents in place has helped to smooth things over. because there's a plan in place and everyone is aware of that plan. And so I was really glad I was able to be there for them.
Lillie, and you were. And what would have happened, again, not as a guarantee, but what would have happened had the documents not been executed, or had, your planning and your thought process and bringing everyone together? What would happen had that not have occurred?
If you don't have a plan, the state that you reside in will give you a plan. There's a statute that describes how your assets are supposed to pass and to whom if you don't have your own written instructions. So in the state of New Jersey, this woman's assets would have been split equally between her two children. The problem is one child has a substance abuse problem. So she really would not have been able to take care of what her mother would have left her, and it probably would have been squandered pretty quickly. And so that's essentially what would have happened if there was nothing.
And it was clear that it helped your client. How did that help maybe your practice or your process, or the way you manage your firm? How did that change in any way?
You know what? It made me very proud of my team members. I'm particular about who I surround myself with, so I always knew that my team members were excellent. But just to see the way everyone pulled together to get these documents made me feel like, wow, I really have some amazing people around me. And I thank them, and I definitely want to get them something nice, tangible, to show them how much I appreciate them. But for me, it was confirmation that I am working with excellent people who care about other people.
That's great.
Yeah.
I would suggest that we almost leave it on a high note. I want to thank you so much, Lillie, for your time today. Our guest has been Lillie Nkenchor. Again, she is a trust and estates and business planning attorney from Brooklyn. Thank you, Lillie. Lillie, how can people get in touch with you? Your phone number, web, social?
Yes, go to the website. You can find me at LillieNkenchor.com. So you see my first name, my last name.com, LillieNkenchor.com. You'll see my email, you'll see my photo, you'll see my social media handles. Everything is there, and I look forward to connecting with you as soon as possible.
Terrific. Lillie, thanks again. This has been the Lawyers Who Care podcast, the video show that highlights attorneys who go above and beyond for their clients. My name again is Andrew Samalin, and if you have an attorney or you are an attorney that might be appropriate for this podcast, please reach out to us at info@samalinwealth.com. Again, that's info@samalinwealth.com. Thank you for joining us, and have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Lillie.
You're welcome. Bye, everyone.